Hello everyone and welcome to Tailored Acres. I'm Taylor and I'm a gardener in Wisconsin Zone 4B, and this video is going to be a seedling tour here late April. So this is my winter sowing for this year, so I want to show you guys where everything is at so you can kind of compare it to maybe something that you started. So first we have some marshmallow yarrow, and those are just really tiny so far still. I have some Semifuga, which has not done anything. We have some, oh, I can't even read my own writing, forget-me-nots. I've never grown those, so that's really exciting. We have some daisies. And then way over here, we have some foxglove, which is good. I was not coming up for a while here, so I was worried about those. And then we have some pearl yarrow here. And then Bells of Ireland, again, is another strikeout for me. I have just really struggled to start those. And then we have money plant here and chamomile. And then in these, we have delphinium, and both of those, and those are looking really good so far. So some of this stuff is really small, I think, because it's been so cold still. So in here, we have some foxglove, which are absolutely tiny still. We have some hyssop, which is looking really good. Still tiny, but really good germination on that. We've got some more delphinium, because you can never have too much. And this is, what is this one? Single feverfew. I don't know if my seed got too old, but I've really had no luck growing that this year. Hoping that some self-seeded in the garden. What was this one? Oh, Love in a Mist. Sorry, couldn't read it through the thing. And then we have some larkspur, which I didn't get to germinate last year, so I'm excited about that. Hopefully it transfers okay. I know it doesn't like its roots disturbed. We have some orlea here, which I only grew a couple last year. I only got a couple to germinate. And then we have some poppies here and some poppies here. Oh, this one is poppies as well. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. This one, I'm all confused. What is this? Lavender. Oh, cool. I did get some to germinate. I gave up on this and I bought a plant. So looks like we'll have some more. All right, so that's for winter sowing. I'm a little distracted today, if you can tell. So I'm really excited. This is probably the best I've ever had. And here, I'll back up a little bit. You can see this is in our enclosed area here. There's like a roof over this. So those have done really well under this, more protected and cooler in the afternoons. So that is that. And I'll show you the cool flowers next. So now we are heading inside, and these actually could be planted out now. They're all hardened off, but today we're having bad storms, so I held off, and these will be getting planted out soon. But they're all looking really, really good. So I'll just give you a quick overview. We have here, these are stock. We have some status, which it always turns this color when you like are fully hardening off. I don't know why. It does all turn green again. And then we have two different kinds of feverfew. I have Virgo and Tetra, which I grew, I think it was Virgo last year. I loved that one. I wasn't sure at first, but especially looking back, I really like the form of that one. And then these are star flowers, which are scabiosa, but you wait until they form a seed pod. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look them up. They're really cool. I'm so excited for those this year. And then we have Fama White and Fama Blue, which I did have some over winter in my garden, which they are supposed to be a perennial here. So I'm excited about that. They only put on like a flower or two last year, so they definitely need some time to get going. And then we have a few different varieties of straw flower here. I think mostly I'm doing like oranges and peaches in those. That's my favorite combo of those. And then we just have a couple of the Rudbeckia. Oh, it does look like it has some Indian summer. So that is exciting. And then a couple, these are the cherry brandy, which I had some overwinter of those too. Very exciting. And then my crowning achievement, my Lisianthus, which are much bigger this year than last year. So I started these December 15th. So they are doing awesome. And I will be starting them in December again next year. So those did great. And then we have Verbena bonariensis next. And I did also take cuttings, and I just dug a plant up, which all I overwintered in my under my grow lights, and those all look really good. Those are hardened off and ready to go outside too. And then this was the Jewels of Opar here, which none of them grew. Super sad. These are all the decorative kale, the crane variety. So those will keep putting on growth, and then they will like kind of make a flower type of deal for fall. And then we have some vegetables in here too. So I have celery, I have broccoli, I've got Dusty Miller, which is not a vegetable, and I did get this to overwinter as well. So I do have quite a few more mature plants in the garden. I'm super excited about that. I didn't know it could do that. Then these got pretty dry over here, so we have broccoli and kale as well, or Brussels sprouts. I don't know. We got those three in some order here. And then we have snapdragons. So these two, or these that are in the screen now, are the Ivory Potomac, which are my favorite. And then I believe we have the choice mix from Johnny's of the Potomac. And then we have all kinds of Sweet William. So I think I have Rose Magic. I'm so excited about these. I absolutely loved them. Coral, Sweet Coral. And one more here. Sweet Rose. So I'm very excited to have 3 different varieties and a lot of them. They were such good performers, like almost the entire year last year. So those are all the cool flowers that I grew this year. There are ranunculus and anemones outside already, as well as my onions are outside as well. All right, now we can go upstairs to the grow room. All right, so these are all warm-loving annuals in here. So these, I got quite a few rows here, but I'll start over here. So I have this dahlia. I was going to take cuttings of it, but it never grew, so I planted that last fall. And then I have some calla lilies in here, and some, I'm not going to be able to think of it. One other thing that grows from rhizomes. So I'm just kind of keeping them a little bit moist and waiting for them to put on some growth. And then I just started some seeds in here, parsley, oregano, cumin. And then I just took some cuttings of this. Okay, coleus is what I was looking for. Wow, brain fart. So I overwintered, or I took a cutting of my coleus from last year. And actually this is like the 3rd year of the same plant. So it's a great way to save some money. And then we have some Wandering Yew, I think it's called, in the back there that I just took cuttings for as well. So I'm just keeping them moist, and then they did get some root hormone on them as well. So that's under there. And then we've got all kinds of fun things in here. So we have some Colossus Red Gold Marigold, which is my favorite variety. It gets so big, just a mound of flowers. Nothing, there's nothing bad about it. It's awesome. We have some Frosted Explosion grass for bouquets. Some green drops of grass for bouquets too. I had some germination issues on this one. I should have started more seed, but I didn't. We have some bronze fennel way in the back there, which is also for foliage for cut flowers. I think that's going to look really cool. And then we have some cosmos. We got fuzzy mix, afternoon white, I think. I can't remember what these other ones are. I can't read my own handwriting. So, and then we got amaranth, a red variety, and then hot biscuits in the back there. I'm excited to grow that hot biscuits. That'll be my first year with that one. And then here, let me spin this around so I can read the tags in case I forget what they are. So here we have Salmon Janet Aster, which I had germination issues on that this year too. Oh, it looks like one dried up. And then we have Mahogany Splendor Hibiscus here. We have Sunballs, which are super fun. And these plants look so much better than my ones last year. We have Sage in the back there. And then we have, this was Frappe Snapdragons, which I've never grown those before. I'm excited about that one. And then, oh, Gara. This one's Gara, which I've never grown either before. I think this one was the Bride, so that will be a fun addition as well this year. And then we have Winged Everlasting, which is absolutely gorgeous. I'm super excited to grow that. I don't know how I didn't know it existed before. So it's like almost like a straw flower, but a lot smaller and a spray type. All right. So then this one is mostly celosia here. So these first two were seed saved from flower farmers that I bought them from. So it's mostly like a sponge sugar and coral reef variety from Floret that was open pollinated. And then we have Ruby Parfait, which is probably my favorite one. It's just such a cool color. Another seed saved one. Oh, this one is Rainbow Sherbet. I think that was from Baker's Creek, so that one will be fun. I'm excited for that. They're like really tall too. This one was from another local flower farm, which I had one that didn't germinate. Oh yeah, some of these, like, I kicked this when I was putting the vermiculite on top, and some of them ended up over there. So I just need to move them back. Then we have Flamingo Feather and Flamingo Feather Purple, which I poured germination on that as well. We have Salmon Gomphrena, some Coral, Orange, and then some Purple Selway here. So lots of those. These are all backwards. I should have checked that. All right. Then here we got more marigolds. These are Strawberry Blonde, which looked really cool. So I had to try them. And the leaves are like spotted. You can see that. It's really cool. It's very different. And then we have some basil just for in the garden. Some paper daisies, which I'm growing that for a friend. Don't tell her. And then chamomile German variety. And then we have caraway seed, or for caraway for seed. Some dark opal basil, which I'm excited for that for some cut flowers. We have fountain grass back there. I just wanted to try to grow it. I always buy it from the greenhouse. And then we have cinnamon basil and lemon basil for cut flowers. Those are just, they smell so good. It's one of my favorite fillers. All right, and then let's go on the last one here. So this is my cucumbers here, which need some more water, it looks like. These are the coleus that I took the cuttings from. So they were just in these little like 4-inch or 3-inch pots all winter. They need a lot of water. Like they are very thirsty when they're in here, but they branched out good. So that was what I was looking for. And then back here we should have ground cherries, which haven't sprouted yet, and then some cucamelons. And then we have dahlias. So these were all seed saved. So obviously, so these ones were all seed saved by me, which all of these sprouted. So I'm not sure what happened, but something happened and they didn't end up sprouting. So those were those. And then these I also seed saved here. These were seed dahlias from last year that I grew from seed. So who knows what these will look like. And then these here were from a local flower farm, which I also had some germination issues on. Once they, because I germinate them in a plastic bag, so I know that they germinate. But yeah, when I transfer them, something happened. But that's okay. I really don't need even this many, but we'll find a spot for them all. And then back here is just some stuff I got from the greenhouses, some peppers and tomatoes. And then my son brought home this from their library. It was some, oh my gosh, and there's one already sprouted. Look at that. It was like a wildflower paper. So he wanted to grow some of those. So we have no idea what's going to be in them, but it's a very exciting little project for him. All right. And last and probably most popular are the dahlias. So there are also some geraniums here, which I've never tried to overwinter before. These just went straight to the basement and they look okay, I guess. I don't really know what to expect. So let me know if they're looking good so far. They're greening up, so I think that's a good sign. So then the rest of these are just my dahlias and how I sprout them just in the trays. I have another video specifically for that. But they're all looking good. They're all propping up so far. So I put the roots to the inside so that I can just put water straight down the middle. So then they all pop out on the outsides. And these are the new varieties that I got for this year. These looked great. These were from White River Acres in Watoma. I would highly recommend ordering from them. They all looked really good. They all had sprouts on them. So that was exciting. And then these are ones that I ordered last fall. And only 2 of them have sprouts so far. The one that you saw earlier was one of them that doesn't. And then this one I don't think has an eye either. So that's all right. They were very affordable ones. So even getting 2 was still a good investment. So, but I think that's all I got going on inside. So that was the seedling tour. All right. Hope your guys' spring growing is going well. Take care.